warned you. We literally said we probably wouldn't be able to post for a long time.
We warned you guys because we're moving. We moved.
We did it. We did the damn thing.
And we just wanted to make a video updating you guys on our lives and what we read. So we'll do an April wrap up at the end of this video.
Right.
But we wanted to give you a chit chat at the beginning. So we'll put this in chapters. So if you don't want to hear about our life, then you can skip ahead. To then.
Starting with moisturizer. So we used to live in Kentucky. And we knew that Kentucky was just not our state. It wasn't right for us. We were living in a small town there, which I don't hate the small town life. Like, I do like that it's small. But it was just hard to branch out and make new friends and things like that. You almost just need a new start somewhere.
Yeah.
And for me, especially, I've always wanted to live in Florida. I just think it's such a beautiful state. I love there's so much to do within driving distance. If you want a theme park, you have so many options. If you want a beach, you have a million options. If you want nightlife, city life, there's options. You want small towns, there's those options.
Retirement, there's options.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the people that retire here. So I knew Florida's where I wanted to be. Maybe not forever, but at least for right now. And then Lily, it just so happened that we could all move together. Yeah. So
I had graduated high school. I told him this had been our goal. We wanted to move, you know, because we did not love living in Kentucky. It's just hard. I don't know. Because our family is there, but
who we love.
It's not anything against them. It's just like,
right.
It's just not our calling. We wanted to go just live a new life, a new chapter, because it gets really hard being stuck in one place for such a long period of time. For Emma, it's 26 years, and me, it's 18 years. And it's just like, you want to see new things. The only fun thing to do is like go to a bookstore or go to the movies or Target. You want to go and live a new life. Like, come on.
Where we were from, if you wanted to go to a beach, you're like minimum 9 hours away from a beach. You want to go to a theme park, you're probably minimum 2.5 hours away from. Well, Kings Island was like 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
So anything really, really fun, I would say like Pigeon Forge was your fun. And for us, that was 4+ hours away.
And you can spend money quick there. Right. So you don't always want to go there.
I think what happens is you grow up in your small town and then you start to watch your parents take care of their parents and all this stuff when you're like, life's going to come at you so fast no matter where you're at. So try to live your life somewhere where you want to live it. And family to us is very important, but
obviously because we have each other here.
Yeah. So I moved with my fiance and Lily and our dog. I feel like it brought pieces of home with me, so I don't feel so alone. I don't think I'm going to feel as homesick.
Right.
Even though I miss my parents, I love them, but I don't know. I just feel like there's more to life. You have to branch out. You have to spread your wings. You have to explore new places and be your own person. Yeah. And I felt like I was constantly just in this loop of always
a rat race there.
Yeah, or having to like constantly worry about my parents or like things for them, and this now just feels like a fun time. Like, I don't know.
It's just new and exciting, and we're getting to the point where we just got jobs, so we just were able to do things, and it's more fun. Like, we get to explore something new every day here.
What's crazy is we didn't know how to achieve this goal. Like, when you're going to a place and you don't have jobs there already, you're like, how do I move? How do I get approved for places? How do I do this? And we had researched this, and people said to use like Airbnbs for a time being until you can get a job, and then once you have a job. And it's so cool to read that and think, oh yeah, life will be so, like, I could do that. That's gonna be so easy. Until you start to do it and you're like, what if it doesn't work out? What if, you know?
Yeah.
You really have to just bite the bullet and do it. So we did. We booked an Airbnb place.
It's really nice. That's what we're in right now. It's a very nice place.
We're here for 2 months to give us time. Yeah, we got here, we got jobs, thank goodness, within like a week and a half of moving. And it's very competitive down here, which people did tell us, so I was prepared, but I also thought, oh, we'll be able to get jobs so easily. Kind of naive, but it did take a minute, but we got them.
That's what's important.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that it's going to be that easy for anybody that's going to move. I can't guarantee anybody would get jobs if you do it this way.
But I don't regret this at all.
Right. Like, we've been here and we've been enjoying life. The weather has been perfect.
And we hated the Kentucky weather. Like, it's so bipolar there.
Yes.
So every time you go outside, you don't know what that weather is. Or a random tornado watch will come through and it's like, what the
And we
hell?
know, don't even say it. Like, we know Florida has bad weather and it has crazy weather, but we're saying that Kentucky has just as crazy weather half the time.
It doesn't matter where you live. There's weather everywhere.
The weather has been changing everywhere. We know this. We don't need to hear that because I know people are going to say, well, Florida has the worst weather. You know, there's hurricanes. There's the... Yes, we know. We know. Mm-hmm. But, like, the other day there was a tornado watch or something going on where we're from, and it was sunny weather here. Like, nothing crazy.
Like, girl. And we really love going to Disney and everything.
Universal.
Not even... That's just the cherry on top.
Right.
We just really wanted to come somewhere new. A new chapter. And this was literally 16 hours from where we had lived already.
It took us like 20 hours with the moving truck.
Yeah, and the dog.
We drove the whole way here, straight. So by hour 16 probably, he started to get a little restless and panting and wanted to sit up and get out of the car more. Yeah. And we did stop, we did walk him, we did let him, but he was stressing us out because we had another dog that was going to come with us. And right before we moved, our childhood dog passed away. He was really old. He was 14, and literally right before we were going to move with him. We were so excited because we told our parents, and we were like, oh, we're going to bring JD, and we're going to bring Samson. Those are our dogs. And they were really excited for us, and then but he just started other plans.
Yeah, girl. He started to decline once we were trying to leave. And we just thought, you know, this was him telling us that he didn't want to live
with us. Like, clearly we shouldn't move him. And so we decided not to bring him. But then, the day before we're supposed to move,
it was crazy.
He was actively dying. And we had to make a hard choice. He's no longer with us, sadly. We have had our
fair share of tears.
Like, for the first week here, we were struggling to get jobs just because we were so depressed about our dog.
It's crazy because, like, coming here, it was just so new. And we knew now that if we had brought him, he would have died probably coming down with us.
Like, the stress of us in the car with him trying to do it.
Samson's young, and he was stressed. So imagining our other dog, who
was 14
years old. Like, and he just told us, like, you could tell.
Yeah.
Anybody who's lost a dog, you'll know. And we were so lucky that he lived as long as he did. Like, a lot of Goldens, they die. He's a mutt.
He was a mutt, yeah.
So a lot of them die, like, they don't even make it to 10 years, some of them. I see all these rich dogs, Goldens, I'm like, they're dead? What?
They died at like 10, 12.
All these big dogs, and it's so sad. So,
yeah, so we were devastated about that. And it took us a while to, like, even get the courage to, like, want to go out, try new things here. But now that we have, we're so happy. And now we're just living for him. Like, we're living because clearly life is so short. So why not
live?
Yeah,
like Mercedes was saying, she was talking about her son, and she was saying, like, you need to live for the people who have passed. You live for them. And I was like, that's such a beautiful way to think about it.
It is. It truly is. And you don't understand. I think you have to have loss in your life for something just to appreciate life.
And that's what our mom was saying when we had come back. She was like, this is what, it's important. It's a lesson for you to learn that, like, him passing is the reason you have to live.
Yeah,
like, because carry on him.
You hear so many stories about people. My dad's friend had a 60-year-old woman that they were friends with, and she was walking down the side of the road. 60. Okay. 60 years old, which is not old, okay? Like, you're getting up there, but you're not old. And she, like, hit her head on the pavement, and they rushed her to the hospital. She had, like, a bleeding of the brain or something and died. She had no other health complications, just an accidental thing.
It's insane.
You could die in car accidents. So it just really, when you start to think about life in such a,
it's like that.
Nobody's guaranteed to be 100 years old.
It's like that one guy's, what's his name? Freddie
Mercury?
Yeah, him saying, like, you only get 75 summers.
Oh, no, that was Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, sorry. It was Eddie Murphy saying, like, you only get 75 summers, winters, springs,
if
falls,
you're lucky.
And you have to make it worth it. And we were just like, we're gonna do it, because why not? We don't want to be miserable anymore.
We don't want to just get a job where we're at. We don't want to just
be robots.
We don't want the 9 to 5 corporate, just everything about it.
Yeah. So we were just so excited, and now we're here and we have jobs, and we're like, period queen, like
you did it. You did it, girl.
Like, it felt hard in the moment, but now we're like, thank God, you know?
Yep.
It's
But in our last video, I just remember us smiling and being like, we're moving, like all of our stuff's packed up, blah, blah, blah. And in our mind at that moment, we're like, everything's gonna be so great. We're gonna have jobs in a week. We have our dogs with us. Now we're down a dog. We didn't have jobs in a week. Like, you really have to just
be realistic with yourself. Like, have the hope, but you have to be realistic with yourself. Because we were like, it's gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be so easy. And it wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy. Like, the stress of not getting calls back from jobs after we applied to like 40 jobs when we got here.
Yeah.
That was a little stressful.
But
luckily,
things work out.
It worked out for us.
Like, if you send good energy, you'll get it back.
Exactly. We also thought, oh, we'll move. Samson's such an easy dog. He's going to transition perfectly. He is a reactive dog. Truly. Like, any kind of dog he sees, he's going to bark his head off. When they come near him, eventually he calms down, but he just is so reactive for walks and things like that. So he is dealing with the death of a dog that he was living with, moving to a new place.
For 4 years since he was a baby.
Yeah, he grew up with our old dog. And he's dealing with that.
But that was the only dog he ever liked.
He was stressed on the way down here, and he wasn't eating. And we thought, oh, it's just the stress of the drive. But then we get here and he doesn't eat either.
And we're like,
we didn't know if this is like the separation anxiety thing coming back. Like, he has severe separation anxiety. He's a COVID dog. And so we didn't know if that's what it was, or if it's just the move, or is it him grieving our old dog. Like,
I'm putting on mascara.
We didn't know what to do, because that is an also stressful part that we didn't even plan for when moving here, is how is he going to handle this super well. And now we're in our old house. When we lived with our parents, we had a backyard that was fenced in, and so he could go out anytime he wanted, run around. Now he's just having to get multiple walks a day from us, and just having to go outside on a leash every single time. And it's kind of sad, because I don't know, it's just hard to take a dog from a yard to a townhome style place. And it doesn't help that all the other neighbors' dogs can just come out whenever and be walked out there. And so it's stressful for us having a reactive dog for that reason. Luckily, I found this app called Sniff Spot. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this, because I was ranting to Lily about how people should just rent out backyard spaces and things or safe spots for dogs, because not everybody has a perfectly good dog that can go to a dog park. JD, our old dog, we could have taken him anywhere. He was perfectly fine. But little dogs like him, for some reason, they're just more reactive, no matter what. So I don't want to stress him out or other dogs. So I look up, like, can I rent out somebody's backyard space just to let him run around and have fun?
And sure enough, we found it, girl.
Oh my gosh, it's so
insert
genius.
Videos. It was so fun.
Yes, and there's a water park option button, so you could take him to a pool. So people here,
so if you guys have reactive dogs,
yes, they rent out their pools. If your dog likes pools, they rent out their backyards, all kinds of places. So if you have a reactive dog and are like looking for a call for help, you know, to be able to let your dog enjoy life like the way other dogs do, without the stress of other dogs being there, hey, there you go. That's the app for you, Sniff Spot. So we like to go to this lady's pool and her backyard and play around with Samson a couple times a week, and it's perfect. So now he gets to have the backyard fun he loves. He misses our old pool too, but he only got access to that pool like a couple times
the summer, and if that, the summer
like
have been
July
crappy.
Summer basically. And it rained so much in Kentucky. I'm telling you, we've already gotten in the pool more times
here, and it's April.
Yeah, and it's April than we would in Kentucky the whole summer probably.
And I was showing Emma, I was like, look, there's Hosier tickets here. There's so many things you can do. And I was like, what is life? This is crazy. And you can go to Disney Springs for free, girl. You don't even have to do anything. You can just walk around, have a vibe.
Literally.
Life does not have to be this hard 9 to 5. I want to be in just one place, stuck in motion 40 hours a week. There's
like farmers markets always going on here. Things like that.
It's so cool.
There's this place in Kissimmee that I love. It's called World of Food Trucks.
Oh my god, their food's so good.
So many different countries, a lot of Latin countries specifically, all different types of food there from their countries. And it's all in this main place. It's so cool. You just don't get a lot of this culture in Kentucky. So I don't know. I'm really excited about that stuff, just exploring things. Also, whenever we come to this area of Florida, like Orlando, you're always kind of in a Disney bubble or a theme park bubble. So for the last few weeks, it's been cool to just do things that were not theme park oriented or like vacation mind oriented. Just living and exploring parks and walking areas near us. I'll insert another picture here of us on this really pretty walk here. And I think it's in Celebration, Florida. It's so nice.
It's just been so nice getting acclimated with this place in the area.
The weather, oh my gosh.
The weather.
We were on a walk the other day and it was probably 90 degrees here or something. Click on the weather in Kentucky where we're from, it was 55 degrees.
We were like, girl, and it was raining.
I'm so happy I'm here. The sun gives me...
Like, as sad as it is being away from your family and everything, like, but it doesn't feel that way as much because we brought family with us, you know? So it's just hard because, like, we will call our parents and they'll be like, we miss you. We're like, girl, we miss you too, but you need to come move down here, girl.
Literally. Oh, I was going to say that, like, we were talking about, even if we were to just move out in our town or to move to, like, the city, like, 20 minutes away from our town in Kentucky, we're going to have jobs there, too. How often would we realistically be around our parents and stuff all the time?
Yeah.
Genuinely, we just wouldn't. I don't know if that's... You're going to miss them no matter what. Just moving out of your house for the first time.
Your parents' house or whoever.
It's hard for anyone, whether you're moving down the road or whether you're moving states away. You're not going to have the quality time you used to when you live with them.
And that's just normal. That's like how life is supposed to be.
Yep. And we're lucky to have parents that we want to come back and see or that are supporting us for this, because we know a lot of people are not as lucky in that sense.
Right, where they have to move out, like they're forced or they're in a toxic...
My parents genuinely... Lily's only 18, so she is very young for moving out, but I'm 26. They let me live there all through college and really get myself set, save my money, and then get out, which was literally a blessing. So it works out for some of us. So we're just excited to see where this journey goes. But let's talk about some of the books.
We went to Barnes when we first got here.
Yeah.
Because we were like, let's explore girl, because we went to Ulta too. And I wanted to go get Funny Story by Miss Emily Henry, her new book.
Doing mascara.
But it was hardcover, but I still want to get it because it sounds so cute. Everybody loves it on TikTok that I've seen. And all the book girls that we follow, except for Destiny. Destiny didn't love it. I don't know why. Let them see Sammy real quick.
Okay, look at Samson. Can you see him?
Look how silly he is.
He's so cute.
Oh wait, he's sleeping. Anyway, so we can talk about the books, our little reading wrap up for this month of April.
Or here, not wrap up yet, because I want to talk about books that we've started to read but have not finished.
Oh my gosh, girl, I started reading The Rule Book by Miss Sarah Adams' new book. Everybody's like, new release, new release, new release. I was like, let me get on that. I had started it. I was like, okay, it's giving... He plays a sport. They broke up in college. Okay, I get it. This one conversation they had, I was like, ick. Ick. I FaceTime Emma and I said, look at this. I underlined it. Yes. Last night, I was like, Emma, look at this. DNF.
I was like, what page are you on?
DNF.
22?
No,
okay.
It was 32.
Oh, 32?
DNF. Why are you bringing that up in conversation? I'll show you. And if you think that line's cringe... Period. Oh yeah, on the drive down to Florida, we started reading ACOTAR, or listening to it with a graphic audio. Because we were like, why not? So we downloaded ACOTAR graphic audio.
On
and
Audible.
I'll say it, I don't like the girl who voiced Feyre.
No. What?
She's
Even?
very like...
I'm like, that is not how Miss Feyre would talk.
And then Reese too. I was like, why is Tamlin the hottest voice actor in it? And
he is just as corny.
But he's hotter. In the
like Lucian's voice. Huh?
Yeah, Lucian. He did really good, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, the girl that does Nesta, though, she's spot on. That is exactly how bitchy I think Nesta talks.
Very...
Yeah, she's giving off that energy. So what's Feyre doing? Why is Feyre sounding like this?
So, like, girl.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
Don't get it.
Get a grip.
I don't know if we're audiobook snobs or what. So, with my fiance, I really wanted him to listen to A Fate Inked in Blood. Because he's been playing this one video game that is all about like Norse mythology and things like that. And so we started that. We haven't finished it. So those are all things that are actively being read. I'm also reading Spark of the Everflame. And I started An Ember in the Forest and haven't finished that either. So those are all actively being heard, read, whatever.
Here's for our wrap up part of the video. We're not going to lie. We're not going to sugarcoat. We were depressed at the beginning of this month because our dog had died. So we didn't read that much. But hey, the thought that counts, the trying.
Yep.
So you smile through the tears. So anyway.
Our dog died on the solar eclipse, by the way.
Yeah, honestly kind of lit way to die.
Yeah, like way to die on a cool day.
He said, I'm going
But,
style.
we have to make light of the situation where we can because it was the most depressing thing ever.
Yeah, and I told Emma I'm going to get a tattoo for him. You know how people get the little ears? We'll put insert of it, a picture.
Yeah.
And I really want to get that for him because I think it's so cute. So I need to find a tattoo artist. But I think it'd be really cute to have on my arm because I love my doggy so much.
Okay, let's start off with the first book we read this month.
Okay.
First book I read was called Heartless Hunter. It looks like this. Also, it's called Crimson Moth. Depending on where you live in the world, it's either called Heartless Hunter or Crimson Moth. And I gave this book like a 3.75. I did not finish Powerless by Lauren Roberts, but Lily filled me in on all the gaps of the plot. And this plot is very similar. Even the ending of this book, like the whole thing, is very similar to what I think the next Powerless book is supposed to be about. So it was fine. I thought the book was fun enough, but it wasn't great. It wasn't copying Hunger Games or anything like that. It was just more, she's a witch and he's a witch hunter. And so he has this vendetta against freaking witches. I don't know, man. And witches have been outlawed, so he goes and hunts them down. Which is a fine plot. And funny enough, you know, they start to fall for each other. What? Can you believe that?
That's so annoying.
And I don't know what else to say. She saves, as a witch herself, she saves witches. Basically, that's the premise of the story. So she goes and like rescues them and takes them to this island where apparently on this other, like they live on an island, but if you go live on the mainland, witches are not outlawed there. So why don't people just, take a boat, bye, you know, I don't know. They just don't apparently. And then she has the choice where she can leave. Oh, and there's also a love triangle between the brothers. Like every...
When's they're not?
So every kind of...
Wait, that's how... Yeah,
I'm telling...
When's they're not.
And I feel like these stories have the same plot. So I didn't love it.
And Loki, the other brother, treats him better. It's
crazy. The other brother I was like so down bad for.
They never end up with him.
But like the bad boy, the
only
Damon
person
type.
who did it right was the Vampire Diaries, let's say it.
Right. But even Stefan's a good choice too.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's the best choice for her. Anyway.
I can't believe Larry said she's Team Stefan.
I get why you'd be Team Stefan. He is the good guy. He is the nice guy. But by season 3, I'm like fully down bad for Damon. Anyway, what was I gonna say? The book is not original in any way. I did enjoy it. So yeah, 3.75. That was my first book. Your first book?
My first book that I finished of this month is Wild Love by Miss Elsie freaking Silver. Me and Emma read this, and I
gave it 4.
I gave it 4. Okay. I gave it 4-star. I like
Ford.
I'm tired.
Like Ford truck. Remember the guy's like, I hate Fords. They're the worst made cars.
Luckily I'm not in a car.
He said, luckily I'm not a car.
Anyway, this book's very cute, but it's about, what's her name? Rosie. Rosie, she has a lot of struggles, you know, in the city, so she comes back to the small town. What's the small town called? It's not Chestnut Spring, I know that.
Rose Hill.
Yes, okay, so she moves back to Rose Hill, wants to talk with her brother, be like, hey amigo, can I live with you?
Can I crash for a while?
And he's like, sure thing, chicken wing. So then she, you know, talks with Mr. Man.
Who is her childhood,
and he's like, fine, fuck it, I'll give you a job. I'll give you a job, whatever, of course I will. I'm in an Elsie Silver book, what else am I supposed to do?
Right.
So, that's his assistant girl, and just things kindle from there.
You know how it goes. You know the formula.
You know Elsie Silver. So, yeah, 4-star, very cute.
4 stars. So I decided to read Beach Read because I wanted to get through her books before Funny Stories, so I read Beach Read next. And I give this 4 stars. It's not as good as Happy Place to me. And I think Happy Place, to like it, you have to kind of relate to it. And if you don't, it's not going to be the book for you. Beach Read was just, it was maybe too overhyped for me. I don't see where people are giving it 5 stars and highlighting everything. There were cute moments.
Same.
For sure.
I liked it.
It was fine, but I'm not even thinking about it that much. I don't know. It didn't hit anywhere close to home for me. I didn't understand the drama with the dad.
The people who have grief with their, you know.
Right. So luckily I don't relate to it. But I did still enjoy the story for what it was. So 4 stars for that book.
It's just for the summer. Me and Emma all started this. I liked this a lot. I think I gave it 4-star, right? That's what I said?
I gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, I liked this. I thought it was very cute.
I gave it 4.5.
I give it 4. I liked the guy a lot in it. If he didn't make up for a lot of her actions, if it wasn't some regular Tom.
That epilogue really got me to give it 4.5.
Same. She tied it in really good. But it's really very cute. Very, very cute. But it's about, Emma.
Oh yeah, her name's Emma.
It's about Emma, and she's a traveling nurse with her best friend Maddie. And she really, really, or she just read his Am I the Asshole thing.
Yeah.
She read
an Am I the Asshole post.
Justin made an Am I the Asshole, not tweet.
Post. On Reddit.
Yeah. I was talking about, am I an asshole for naming my dog my best friend's name because he screwed me over, basically. And she was like, no, you're not an asshole. And they started talking through that. And they both have this thing where people break up with them after 4 dates or whatever.
Or something, yeah.
So they wanted to go on a 4 dates.
They meet their soulmate after.
After, yeah. Because everybody they date, that happens to.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to meet up, She's like, Maddie, come on, let's go to Minnesota where he's from. And we can talk with him and meet with him and da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
And there's drama happens from there with her family, with Maddie, with Justin's family. So it was fun. I thought it was really cute, and I love the dog. I just loved it. It was fun.
So good.
So 4-star.
4.5 for that one for me. And that would have been the last book I fully finished this month. We just kind of tag teamed yours.
Yes. And then Emma's already read this, but I read Colty, guys. Colty. I didn't even do anything in this. With my bookmarks still in it. I read all my Kindle. Anyway, I really liked Colty. I gave it 4-star, but I gave it 3.754. Because, I don't know, by the time I got to the romance, I was like, I don't know if I believe it, girl, but okay. It was fine, but I did like a lot of Sal's inner monologue. She's kind of funny. I'm tired of her. I was tired of her saying, he poops, he poops, I was like, girl, it's in here at least 500 times. If you took all that out, it'd probably be 100 pages shorter.
How about that?
50 pages shorter. Anyway.
I don't know about that either.
I liked Colty. He was very much, not a hard ass, but very, to the point. And I like that. I feel like the cultural difference between them was that he's very I'm not kidding. And she's like, okay, jeez. But Colty's about Sal. She's on a professional soccer team. It's not pro.
She's not it's professional.
But
she's not for the United States.
Okay. So, she's always been a fangirl of Colty since she was young. It's think about all the kids that really like Messi, or who's another?
Ronaldo.
Or I'm trying to think of other sports.
David Beckham.
Or Travis Kelce, shit like that.
Yeah.
So, they agree to hire him as an assistant coach for her team. And she's like, oh my god, that's Colty, Rainier Colty, what the hell? He's my coach now? And he was very silent for a long time. And stuff just happens, with the team, with her, with him. But they don't get together till probably there. Or here. I'll be a little more generous. Till probably there. Yeah, they don't get together till here. But is that worth it? I knew what I was getting into reading Mariana Zapata. So I didn't really hate it. I just really was like, dang.
You liked that they were friends. You enjoyed that whole part.
Yeah, it's like Batman. You know how that was 3 hours, but you knew what you signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
But I really liked it. I thought it was really cute.
Exactly.
And when they got together, I was like, okay. Okay, girl. But Emma really wants me to read Wait For It by Miss MZ.
Mm-hmm.
And I started reading it, and I was like, it's boring as hell.
I told her it takes about 30% of any Mariana Zapata book I've ever read to really get into something.
Yeah.
You're kind of in the first 30% just kind of being with the main character and just seeing where they're at in life before you're...
You have to know the lore before you...
Yeah, you really have to just get to know who your character is. In a lot of romance books, you're meeting the guy first chapter, second chapter. Mm-hmm. By 30%, the sexual tension's already so high, whereas in Mariana Zapata, they might have met, but there's nothing going on yet. And I don't know, there's something about that I enjoy. The realisticness of them.
Yeah.
Because in Colty, their friendship progresses more and more and more throughout, and that's how things go in life. Yeah. It's not all you know, initial meeting, sexual tension, pining,
God.
burning, passionate chemistry just for so long until we finally do it.
Yeah.
And then it's boring by that point. Like, by 60% of most books, they've already done it, and you're like, where's my third act breakup?
Mm-hmm.
In her books, she doesn't do that. Thank goodness. Yeah. And sometimes it's just needed. It's a good palate cleanser from, like, an Elsie Silver book.
But yeah, we didn't read a lot this month, but we read something at least. These are pretty big books, so.
They are.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you liked our update on our life, if you watched that part. You know people skip to it.
Yeah, I know.
If not, then that's cool too.
Yeah. You're here for the books. We get it.
Yeah, we get it. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
End it.